वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Mahatri Namaha. Namaste everyone. With the divine blessings of Acharya, we started the recitation of each Nama in Shri Lalita Sahasranama. In the last session, we started with the very first Nama, Shri Mata. In this session, we will worship the second Nama, Shri Maharajni. Shri Maharajni is the role of protection. Shri Mata was the creation. Shri Maharajni is the role of protection. In this, we will offer our salutations to the Supreme Empress of the whole universe as Shri Maharajni. Ragni means queen. Maharajni means a great queen, a great empress. And this Maharajni is prefixed with Shri. So it's Shri Maharajni means that Lalitambika is the empress of the whole universe. As Shri Mata, Lalitambika first creates the entire universe. Now, once the universe is created, the next task is to protect the creation. Yena jatani jivanti. That means in whom everything is sustained. That is who as Maharajni. Once everything is created as Shrishtikartri Brahmarupa, now the Divine Mother takes care of maintenance as Goptri Govinda Rupini. That's why we say Sri Mahavishnu is the one that's in charge of the maintenance aspect of the creation, right? So that aspect comes from the Divine Mother. That's why we worship her as Goptri, Govinda Rupini. Lalitambika is the Govinda Rupini, the one who takes care of that maintenance aspect is Sri Maharajni. Once the creation is created, it must stay in order. Be it the planets that are orbiting, be it the sun that needs to rise every morning, be it the moon that needs to cool the entire universe, be it the wind that needs to give the gentle breeze, be it the lifespan of everyone that needs to revolve in a cycle of days, days and days and days becomes weeks, weeks and weeks and weeks becomes months, months and months and months becomes year. So this whole cycle of Samvatsaram and Yugam, this is all something that happens in an order. Everything needs to be maintained from the smallest thing to the biggest thing. Everything needs to be maintained. And as Sri Maharajni, Ambal is the one that maintains everything, right? And while maintaining, everything must follow an order in the creation. As Sri Maharajni, the Divine Mother, takes care of protecting the millions of species that has been created. Now, let's look at the difference between an ordinary ruler and the supreme ruler as Sri Maharajni. See, in general, an ordinary ruler, a king, where will he reside, or where a queen, where will she reside? She will reside somewhere far away in her own place called as palace. Right? Nobody can see her. She will be somewhere. She will be in her own place. Whereas Shri Maharajni, the Supreme Empress of the entire universe, resides very closely to us. In fact, she resides within us, in our hearts. That's the first main difference. An ordinary ruler lives somewhere far away, whereas Shri Maharajni resides within us, very closely to us. The second major difference is that an ordinary ruler or a king is known to everybody in the kingdom. But does the king know everybody? King does not know. The ruler does not know everyone in his kingdom. He just knows that he has this big kingdom and he has, you know, hundreds and thousands of people in his kingdom. That's all. He does not know everyone in his kingdom. Whereas as Sri Maharajni, as the ruler of the entire universe, Lalitambika knows each and every one of us in her kingdom. The supreme ruler hence resides in each one of us as Sakshi. That's why we say, go with your heart. That's a very powerful saying. Whenever we are unable to make our decisions, we say, I'm going to go with what I truly believe in. I'm going to follow my heart's decision. That supreme ruler is the one who helps us make the decision as Shri Maharajni. In this Nama, Shri Maharajni, there are 5 aksharams, Pancha aksharams. How do we know that there are Pancha aksharams? Let's take the Nama Shri Maharajni. Shri is the first aksharam, Ma is the second aksharam, Ha is the third aksharam, Rag is the fourth aksharam, and Ni is the fifth aksharam. So Shri Maharajni. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are Pancha aksharams. What is the mantra behind this Panchaksharam? The details of the mantra is hidden behind the Panchaksharas and must be received only by a guru in Ekantam. Even though we do not know those Bijaksharas, we don't have to worry. Asanyadi Vakdevatas say that mere chanting of these namas by itself will give us the same palan as chanting the Bijaksharas. So we have to keep chanting Shri Maharajni Namaha. The nama is Shri Maharajni, and the Namavali format we can say Shri Maharajni Namaha, or you can say Shri Maharajni. Yeah, either in the Nama format or in the Namavali format. Just mere chanting of that Nama itself will give us the palan of knowing whatever is in hidden. That we get the same blessings and benefit of knowing and chanting the Bijaksharas. That is the power of each of these Nama in Lalita Sahasranama that is bestowed by Apara Karuna of the Vasanyadi Vagdevatas, who are the rishis of the Sahasranama. So let's look at the Nama itself, Shri Maharajni. In order to understand that, we have to take an example and kind of walk ourselves through. Shri Maharajni. There is a saying that is jokingly asked to a married person. We ask, who rules in your home? Who's the ruler in your home? Is it Meenakshi or is it Chidambaram? If the woman of the house is dominant, then the saying meant God Meenakshi rules. If the man of the house is dominant, then the saying goes that Lord Shiva, who rules in Chidambaram, Lord Shiva rules, right? The man is dominant. That's the Shiva's rule. So there are 2 different bhavas. Who rules? Is it Meenakshi or is it Chidambaram? It means is it the women or the man that rules? That same bhava is used to review this Nama Shri Maharajni. Though it is mentioned to be a joke or like on a lighter note, the intent conveyed here is that there is a place called Madurai where Goddess Meenakshi rules as Shri Maharajni. Let's review this first bhavam where Meenakshi herself rules as Shri Maharajni. The story goes that King Malayadwaja and Queen Kanchanamala did not have any kids. So they did a very intense prayer. In fact, they did 99 Ashwamedha yagas. On seeing the king doing 99 Ashwamedha yagas, Indra gets worried that if the king completes 100 Ashwamedha yagas, that the king will take over his post as Devendra, right? So Indra comes and advises King Malayadwaja to do Putra Kameshti Yagam instead. So King Malayadwaja does Putra Kameshti Yagam, praying for a child. And king successfully completes his Yagam. From that Putra Kameshti Yagam comes out a 3-year-old, very beautiful girl as an Ayonija. And that little girl is Goddess Meenakshi. That's the birth of the Divine Mother. She Goddess Meenakshi. Now the king is very happy for this child, but he was worried that the child was not a boy. So an asariri, the asariri means that which does not have a sariram. It's just a voice from the heaven. An asariri, a voice from the heaven, comes and says, this divine child will be more powerful than any boy. So the king is now super happy. That's why we see the temple, Madurai Meenakshi Amman temple. Thus, the Divine Mother manifests as the daughter of King Malayadwaja Pandya, and she is being brought up as someone who is equivalent to a son. See, King Malayadwaja wanted a son, but Goddess Meenakshi, who is born as an Ayonija to the king, is brought up as equivalent as a son, if not more than a son. So the girl is named Tadadagai. She's the warrior queen and trained in all aspects of warfare. That's why she's Shri Maharajni. Hmm. She, as Shri Maharajni, Goddess Meenakshi is crowned as the supreme ruler and protector. That's why we have the Pattabhishekam celebrations. Pattabhishekam means she's crowned as the supreme ruler of the entire universe. That's why she's called Shri Maharajni. And as part of the festivities, the supreme ruler is adorned with a very special divine crown. You can see this, right? The crown that is Ratna stem studded. It's called Rayar Creedam. So as Shri Maharajni, Goddess Meenakshi has this royal creedam, which is called, it's a divine crown, Raya Creedam. It's a Ratna gem studded crown, right? A king or a queen will have a very special crown. Like that, Goddess Meenakshi adorns this crown. And in her hand, she holds a sengol. You can see this. The stick, the divine stick that firmly establishes her rule. Because she is Sri Maharajni, Supreme Empress of the whole universe, right? She has this stick, this that establishes her rule. And she also has a mundas, which is a green color special cloth wrapped around her head. You can see the green color cloth. As part of the Pattabhishekam crowning ceremony, they tie a green color cloth that's called mundas to say like she's the supreme power of the entire universe. That's the divine Shri Meenakshi Pattabhishekam that happens every year as part of the Chitre festival festivities in Madurai. So whenever we think of a ruler, a supreme ruler or an empress form, we must immediately meditate on Goddess Meenakshi as having the Ratna gem-studded Rayar Creedam, as holding the Sengol, the divine firm stick, and as wearing the mundasa, the green mundasa, the green color, the cloth that's wrapped around her head, and she is firmly establishing her rule as Shri Maharajni. So, as part of the festivities, now Ambal has been crowned as Shri Maharajni. Everybody comes to bow and pray to the Supreme Empress, Shri Maharajni. In her royal chamber, Goddess gives darshan as Sabha Nayaki, the empress of all the royal assemblies. Nayaki is the one who's the supreme of all the sabhas, right? Of all the royal assemblies there is, the one who's the supreme is the Srimad Sabha Nayaki. That's why she's Shri Maharajni. So she's seated on her divine throne as Shri Maharajni. As the Supreme Empress, Goddess rides in Indra Vimana to conquer the entire universe. She's the ruler and the protector. So she has to establish her rule everywhere. So she rides on that Indra Vimana to conquer the entire universe. We can see that she's on riding on the back of the um, the elephant, and she's going and conquering all the universes. And goddesses wages war in all 8 directions. So you can see that the goddess is going and going to all the places. She wants to establish her rule as Sri Maharajni. So she's going in her divine chariot, which is the Sri Chakram, and she wages the war in all directions with the aim to expand her kingdom everywhere. That victorious conquer in all the 8 directions or the digs is called Vijayam. So this festivity in Madurai happens every year where Meenakshi goes for Vijayam. Vijayam. Vijayam means victory. Dig means direction. Victorious conquer in all the 8 directions. Victory to Sri Meenakshi. So victory in all the directions to Sri Meenakshi as Sri Maharajni. The 8 directions are believed to be held by 8 elephants. It is believed that Madurai Meenakshi temple is founded with these 8 elephants. You can see the gigantic 8 white elephants that are supporting in all the 8 directions. They are called Ashtadigajas. Like this, each elephant has a name, and each elephant is in each of the 8 directions, and they are the ones that support the entire temple. That means they are the one that supports the entire universe. Instead of pillars supporting the temple, it is believed that the 8 elephants are supporting the temple. We see these gigantic white elephants, the sculptures of these gigantic 8 white elephants, even today in Sri Meenakshi temple. That's why Goddess Meenakshi is called Shri Maharajni. So this is the Digvijayam that happens now. Meenakshi is going in all the 8 directions to conquer. We can see that she has these arrows in her hand, and she's going in all the 8 directions doing Digvijayam. The Digvijayam procession is celebrated during the Chitrai festival, and she wins everywhere, all the lokas, wherever she goes, victory to Sri Meenakshi. And her greatest victory is going to be soon. Now, she herself is Shri Maharajni. In that, Goddess Meenakshi continues her victorious march and moves forward towards Mount Kailash, to the abode of Lord Shiva. She has conquered all the other places. Now she is going finally to Mount Kailash. Who is there in Kailash? Lord Shiva is there in Kailash. She's going to, like, I'm going to conquer even Kailash, and she goes there. Seeing her valorous form, Nandikeshwara, who was doing tapas, is shaken. That she's coming with such great valor, right? She's Shri Maharajni. She's conquered in all directions. She's coming like fiercely like that. Immediately, Nandikeshwara rushes from his tapas. He's seeing Ambal come with this great valorous force to conquer Mount Kailash. So Nandikeshwara immediately rushes to the Lord, and he informs the Lord of the arrival of the goddess. Goddess goes to conquer Kailash, but at that time, the sacred moment of meeting face to face with the Lord happens. Both of them see each other. Goddess Meenakshi sees the Lord, and Lord sees Goddess Meenakshi. Both of them see each other. Until then, the goddess was fiercely conquering the entire world, establishing her rule as Sri Maharajni. But on seeing the Lord, Goddess Meenakshi is shy, and she bends her head down a little bit because she's enchanted by the beauty of the Lord. And Lord is enchanted by the divine beauty and grace of Goddess Meenakshi. So you can see her bending her head down a little bit when she saw Lord. That is the time when Lord says, I'm going to marry you. And the divine marriage of the divine couple happens auspiciously. This auspicious occasion of the divine marriage of the divine parents is the Meenakshi Sundareshwara Tirukalyanam. This is the main thing that happens in the Chitrai festival in Madurai every single year. Winning the Lord's heart is her greatest victory. As Sri Maharajni, she conquered the entire universe. And finally, what was her grand prize? Her grand prize was victory over the Lord himself, winning the Lord himself. And so that's the next bhava. You are either a Maharani by yourself. That was the first bhavam. Sri Meenakshi was Sri Maharajni by herself, right? That was the first bhavam. Or you can be Sri Maharajni. You can be a great Maharani because you're the wife of a Maharaja. And he's not just another Maharaja, he's the Supreme Maharaja, right? So the second bhava for this Nama, Sri Maharajni, is that Shri Meenakshi is the empress of the Supreme Emperor Parashiva. Hence, Lalitambika is Shri Maharajni. Uh, sup- she is the empress of the Supreme Emperor. Who's the Supreme Emperor? Parashiva. So, Goddess Meenakshi got her grand prize of being the empress of the Supreme Emperor Parashiva, hence she is Shri Maharajni. She becomes the Maharani, Shri Maharajni, because she is the wife of the greatest Maharaja, who is Parashiva. So even though she herself is Shri Maharajni, her greatest happiness is being the consort of Lord Shiva. Here, Ambal is being a role model to all of us. Ambal, as a role model, Ambal wants to show us an important aspect that Ambal is the greatest pativrata. Even though she herself is the greatest Shri Maharajni, she wants to show us that she is the greatest Pativrata. That's why her greatest happiness is being the consort of Lord Shiva. And hence she is Shri Maharajni, being the consort of the greatest Parashiva. No matter how powerful we are, the greatest happiness is in following Pativrata Dharmam. Hence, not just Maharajni, but Maharajni is pre-filled with Shritvam, right? So it is filled with all the auspiciousness. Shiva is auspiciousness. Shiva means Mangalam, Parama Mangalam. So she is not just Maharagni, she has Shri filled in her. So she is Shri Maharagni. That's why all the Parama Mangalam is in her as Shri Maharagni. For this greatest Pativrata, the father, the divine father, Lord Shiva, and the divine son, Sri Adi Shankaracharya, the father and the son duo, affectionately decides on crowning the mother with a very special nama. That is why in Saundarya Lahari, Acharya uses this very special term called Parabrahma Mahishi for the divine mother. They are officially crowning the mother with a very special nama in Saundarya Lahari called Parabrahma Mahishi, the Mahishi of the Parabrahmam himself. Right? She's the divine consort of the Parabrahmam himself. So Acharya uses this very special term called Parabrahma Mahishi. In which sloka? In the sloka that reads, गिरामाहुर्देवीं द्रुहिणगिरिणीम् आगमविदो हरे पत्नीं पद्मां हरसहचरीम् अद्रितनयां तुरीया कापि त्वां दुरतिगमनिसीम महिमा महामाया विश्वं भ्रमयसि परब्रह्म Mahishi. So Acharya and Lord Shiva wants to crown Ambal with a very special nama. So they're using this term in the shloka in Saundarya Lahari as Para Brahma Mahishi. See, for all other namas of Lord Shiva and Shakti, there are equivalent names. There are equivalent names in masculine and feminine forms. For example, when we say Rudra, Ambal is Rudrani. There is a masculine form Rudra and the feminine form Rudrani. Rudra, Rudrani. When we say Sarveshwara, Ambal is Sarveshwari. There is a masculine Sarveshwara, feminine Sarveshwari. When we say Mrida, Ambal is Mridani. When we say Parameshwara, Ambal is Parameshwari. But there is no equivalent to Parabrahma Mahishi. Because the divine, they wanted to have a term that's very special because she's the greatest Pativrata. They wanted to crown Ambal with this very special nama called Parabrahma Mahishi. Parabrahma's Mahishi, the divine consort, the Mahishi, she's the divine consort of the Supreme Parabrahmam. Hence, she's called Shri Maharajni, the greatest ruler, because she is the greatest consort of the Supreme Parashiva, Parabrahma Mahishi. In fact, there is no equivalent to Parabrahma Mahishi. In addition to that, the other speciality is that the Parabrahmam is inside this Parabrahma Mahishi itself. That's the Shiva Shakti Aikyasthanam, right? The Aikyasthanam of Shiva and Shakti. That's the Bindusthanam in the Sri Chakra. That's why when we start as Sri Mata and Sri Maharajni, the Supreme ruler, the supreme consort of Parashiva in the very first shloka. Where does Ambal takes us? She takes us to the final crescendo of all the namas, which is Shiva Shakti Aikya Rupini, the Bindusthanam, where she is Lalitambika. That is Shri Maharajni. That is this nama. As next steps with Acharya's blessings, let's review the next nama in Shri Lalita Sahasranama. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May everyone in the whole world be very, very happy. Shri Matre Namaha. Thank you so much, everyone.